It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you're ready for another year of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith, and got the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, it's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. Hey, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! This is when we make our resolutions for 2016. I don't really like to make resolutions, guys, but I guess if I had to, I would say I would like to actually dunk one-handed.
Well, Elevator Ernie, you better have a trampoline as part of that fantasy.
Well, I don't even think you can dunk donuts in coffee, man, so keep it moving.
See, that's why I don't like to make resolutions. Here's Kevin Harlan.
One of the most important monuments in the nation, the War Memorial. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Pacer fans are making noise here in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. And, of course, Anthony Bennett. Coaches really like the improvement he's made in practice from day one to now.
You know, I'm really excited about seeing how this team is going to evolve since the trade. I mean, he's the guy that can end up being a key player for him down the stretch.
No doubt about it. I mean, there are some guys you win with and some guys you win because of it. And when you look at him, though not a superstar, he's the type of player that they've been missing and can really, I think, help this team come together.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Houdini in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Laverne in at the 5. On offense, here are the Heat. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Stuckey. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. Outside Bosh. There's the pass to Korver. Winslow kicks to Bosh. Fires the three. And the Heat, another three.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Indiana off to a slow start. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Here is Korver following the score by Miles Turner. Winslow kicks to Laverne. Pass to Houdini. To the wing on the left. Heat moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. And again, Miami with the triple.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Outside, George. Stuckey setting the pick for George. Ball stolen. Here's Houdini. And again, Miami with the triple.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now, here is George. 14 points from him the last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
The dish to Stuckey. It's Hill on the wing. Lee sets a screen for Hill. The feed now to Lee. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. Houdini passes to Bosch. Korver kicks to Winslow. On the wing, Korver. Pass to Houdini. And here's Bosch for three. The shot is off. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Stuckey dishes to Hill. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Hill's got his first points of the night. Here's Houdini. He picked up 36 points in their last one against Toronto.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
Dishes to George. Fires it up. Stuckey can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 6. Here's Houdini. He has 6. He kicks it to Winslow. And there's the pass to Houdini. To the wing right side. Bosch, no one around him. And the shot falls short this time. And George, here we go. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. George has got his first 2 points. Miami's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Laverne. Hits the runner in the lane. Laverne's got 5. Pacers trail by 6. And George kicks to Hill. Outside, George takes the 3. And George Hill with the 3. 5 points in the game.
George Hill! Miami calls timeout. Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming to the court are your teammates.
How about a look now at the top rebounding small forwards in the NBA during the past month? In the third spot, Paul George.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court. Get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
I think you've got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialists. And really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
Here's Houdini. He's got 6. Over to the left wing. Winslow wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta. Winslow's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lawson outside. To the inside. And Rodney Stuckey the bucket on the assist by Lawson.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And some changes here for the Heat. Johnson comes in for Laverne, and it's Dang in for Winslow. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Off target from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I caught up with Coach Nate McMillan. One player player he said they can't overlook is Chris Bosh. He said Bosh is the perfect complementary scorer. He can hit the spot-up J and also really crash the offensive boards. We simply can't get so caught up elsewhere that we allow him to have a big night. And Kevin, at 6'11", Bosh really an anchor in that front court. When he plays well, they're tough to beat.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Houdini.
Whoa! And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. The score now all even. Lawson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Houdini. 8 points for him. Outside Dang. Pass to Johnson. They set the screen. 5 to shoot. There's Dragic with the 3. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Dang. Here's Houdini. Bosh, the screen. Outside Dragic. Feeds to Johnson. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. 2 top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff season. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting, because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Dragic. He had 10 points in the win against Toronto.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on the court are your Pacemates.
How about the numbers here for Paul George? He's averaging about 19 points per. Dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. That's good. Bargnani's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. A moment here to check out Chris Bosh. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 5th in three-point shooting, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And yeah, he's one of the lasers in the game. Just a hard man to put on ice.
Here's Houdini. 10 points for him. Dragic the pass to Johnson. Bosh the screen. 5 on the clock. Houdini loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And George, here we go. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Houdini. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Lawson dishes to Bargnani, and the layup's good off the glass. Bargnani's got 7.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Here's Houdini. He's got 14. Back to Bosch. There's the pick. Bosch, the screen. Dang for 3. George with the defensive effort.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Nicholson's shot is off.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Heat up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And now let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver Nugget team. Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs and Ty Lawson was at the controls.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite teams, say like the Warriors or the Rockets. Ty Lawson, a solid, dependable player in our league, but this is still a league where you need your superstars to win rings.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
On the floor for Miami, Houdini in at shooting guard. Laverne is out there with Johnson. Then it's Dang, and it's Dragic in at the 1.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Now here's Stuckey. He's covered closely. It's Hill on the wing. He's guarded by Dragic. Hill drives in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
For Indiana, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hill. And the Heat with some changes. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Johnson. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Korver in for Goran Dragic. Miami's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors was simply terrific. He finished with 36 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Here's Houdini. He's got 16. Down low, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, That can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And so here is Indiana. The Heat getting the bucket. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? Uncovered. Again, the Heat good for 2. Hill with it. 14 points from him the last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one.
Here's Johnson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now here is Hill. He has 7. The shot by Turner, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And a miss there on the triple.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Hill, no good. The Heat leading by 4. Pass to Houdini. To the paint, Lee with the steal. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Stay down. The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
David Lee taking 2 shots.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
The Pacers making a switch here. Then it's checked in. Here's Houdini. He's got 18. Fires the 3. Winslow's shot is off. Pacers trail by 3. Hill with it. Now guarded by Houdini. Lee, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Houdini. 18 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Houdini. Nicholson's checked in for Lee. The Heat also with a sub. Paul's checked in for Kyle Korver. Both free throws good from Houdini.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And George kicks to Hill. Back to George. Pick up by Hill. Nicholson passes to Stuckey. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, George. Again, Indiana.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
The Heat with the lead. Here's Houdini. 20 points for him. Back to Johnson. A 3 ball. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Fans now coming to the court are your teammates.
This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Freak number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's George. He's got 6. Passes it to Kennedy. Nicholson dishes to Lawson. No good. In and out off the rim. The Heat leading by 4. Out left to the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Houdini. Ball left side. No one near him. Nicholson grabs the board.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
There's the pick. Here's Kennedy. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Miami's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Houdini passes to Paul. The shot is off. Lawson with the defensive effort there. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Bargnani has checked in for Indiana. Then Houdini's checked in for Paul. 1:02 left in the first half. The pass to Kennedy. Here's the floater. Out to the right wing. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
No good from Houdini.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Here's Lawson. And it's Miami with the rebound. Houdini's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. He dishes it to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. Indiana trailing here. Lawson outside. Pass to Kennedy to end the drought. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He has 5.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
And the first half.
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
Am I controlling the paint? Yo, I'm always controlling the paint. Just natural to me. In high school, I controlled the paint. In college, I controlled the paint. Even when I worked in the hardware store, you know what? I controlled the paint section. That's what I did.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
All right, listen up, everybody.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last two quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. David Lee is out there with Turner. And it's Hill in at the point guard. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Now here's Winslow. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Bosch with another miss. Now here is Hill. Defense right on him. Stuckey kicks to Lee. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Houdini. His three-pointers off the mark. Indiana's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Stuckey drives inside. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. Houdini passes to Winslow. Over to the wing. Here's Houdini. Now the dish to Laverne. Now the Pacers moving it up. Up the floor. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Here's Houdini. He's got 20. Kicks it to Laverne. Outside Bosch. A three-pointer is right on target. Bosch has got 6 here in this quarter.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Turner. Miami grabs the miss. Houdini's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And Hill over to help from 11 feet away. Shots good by Bosch. And now it's a 3-point Miami lead.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
And now, let's do it for your Ace Mates.
Numbers for Houdini. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging 36 points, 14 assists and almost 5.5.
Pacers trail by 3. There's a screen. Outside Hill. He feeds it to Turner. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Here's Houdini. And the Heat, another 3.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Now here is Hill. 7 points in the game. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. They need this. Moves back up. The shot by Turner, no good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Hill. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Miami. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Now here's George. Tight defense on him. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. The Heat leading by 4. Here's Houdini. 23 points in the game. And it's Corver in the corner. Laverne passes to Houdini. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Miami no good on that time either. Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Houdini. And it's Corver in the corner. Johnson goes in. And now a quick rundown of the leading free throw shooters at small forward this year. It's a pretty sure thing whenever one of them gets to the line. In the third spot, Paul George.
And knowing what I do about the guys on that list, I can tell you they put a lot of long hours in the gym to get those percentages to where they are.
Well, you can't get those numbers without the work. And they've posted impressive numbers. And all of them are naturally gifted shooters, but you have to add to natural ability the work required to bring it to fruition.
Pacers trail by 3. Stuckey with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. No good from Lee.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Here's Houdini. A three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Johnson right side. Drilled from 11 feet out. Johnson's got his third bucket of the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Here's Hill. Following the score by Miami. In transition, here comes Miami. The open shot by Johnson. Gets to the corner and buries it. Now it's a 7-point Heat lead. For Indiana, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Knocked loose. Turner dishes to Hill. Back to Turner. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 8 points for Miles Turner.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim. His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Now here is Hill. He's got 7. Misses the 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
On the wing, George. 8 points for him. Here's Houdini. Corver with it. He's picked up by Hill. Passes it to Houdini. Back to Johnson. There's the pass to Houdini. That's a 2 from Corver and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
Here's Hill. And the basket good. Hill's got 9.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
the pause and the action. Let's look at the numbers for Hill. Getting around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
No doubt. I mean, he knows how to run this offense. And that's always valuable coming off the bench.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Bargnani is checked in for Turner. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Lee. And it's Lawson in for Hill. And then for Miami, Johnson, he's checked in for Renzel. Dang comes in for Johnson. And it's Dragic in for Kyle Korver. Now Lawson. Following the three-point attempt by Freak. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Bargnani. He's got 11 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
And Miami making a change here. Bosch is checked in. And both free throws good from Bargnani.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Stuckey brings the double team. Right wing. Houdini passes to Deng. Up and in on the layup. Deng's got 5.
And the crisp pass. Has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Come on. This is just lifting.
And here are the Pacers now, trailing by 5. Bosch against Bargnani. Here's Nicholson, and the shot is long.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Here's Lawson, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
And Miami shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Bosch, the screen. Johnson from outside. Nicholson grabs the board. Nicholson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's tipped. And George, here we go. That evens the score. George has got 10.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And that one's good.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's Stuckey. Offensive rebound. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing, Deng. Dragic the pass to Houdini. 12 seconds left in the third. Johnson outside. There's the 3. And again, Miami with the triple. George, that's a 2-pointer. And the miss. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Heat leading by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Pacers trail by 4. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Houdini, he's in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Deng. Then there's Chris Bosch. And it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. Kept alive. Second chance shot. Nicholson with the bucket. Nicholson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pacers. They double him with George. Here's Houdini. Johnson right side. 4 on the shot clock. And another basket for Miami.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down. You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots. And after his last...
Mariani is checked in for the Pacers. Lee comes in for George. Houdini's checked in for the Heat. They set the pick. Lawson kicks to Turner. Lawson has the open look. Indiana again missing. The Heat leading by 7. Outside Bosch. Pass to Houdini. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Turner. He has 8 points and 1 steal as well.
And the first one at the line is good. Indiana making some changes. George is checked in for Bargnani. Stuckey comes in for Anthony Bennett. And it's Hill in for Ty Lawson. And he makes the first but misses the second. The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Korver, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now, here's George. And it's the Heat on the break. And here we go. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And so he hits both. Pacers trail by 12. Now Hill. At the elbow, it's George. Lee goes in. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Heat have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Houdini passes to Laverne. From past the arc. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
He hits the second from the line.
All right. Let's keep it up.
And he makes all 3. Now, here is George.
2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. The dish to Hill. Back to George. Shot on the wing, and that's good for 2. Miami leading by 11. And it's Bosch in the corner. Puts up the baby hook. Houdini, and it's sent back by Hill.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking. Well, they're trailing here, but you got to admire how hard they're playing. I mean, that kind of effort is a winning effort. They're working the ball inside and trying to do what they can to get back in it. Looking at the game for George, he has 14 points and 8 dimes. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on the court are your teammates.
Houdini passes to Winslow. The drive by Bosch.
Pacers foul. That's his second personal. At the line for the Pacers, Chris Bosch taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 9.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Nate McMillan address his team. Guys, I know we've been battling. You may feel a little bit gassed, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath and let's get it done. Kevin?
And George gets it to go.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Miami leading by 8. Houdini passes to LeBron. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Heat.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for them in the end.
And so to boost this year's win total for them to 29.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Houdini. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And here's Indiana, 7-point differential. Now the feed to George. Takes the 3. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Again, missing Hill.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.